Today we're going to be reading the Sneezles. And I have a special guest, Ryan, my brother.
Hello.
As you might have seen him in my other videos, he helps me.
And I've got my channel myself, Ryan Dean Baccarini.
Oh, I thought vlogs.
Yeah, I turned it not to vlogs anymore because I do gaming as well, vlogs, do challenges. I need to start doing challenges. Go to my channel, guys, if you want me to do some challenges, and comment on one of my posts what I should do, because I have a way of reading comments. So, the Sneezles we're reading. She's going to read 14 pages, then I'm going to read 14 pages, and then the last page is going to be half-half. So,
this is my school bit, by the way, guys.
okay, here it is. She reads really good, guys.
Large powder green clouds floated over the city. Nobody had ever seen anything like them. Those clouds have come from Mars, said the royal astronomer. Them clouds have been made by our enemies and sent to invade
Us,
said the
General
in charge of the army.
Second page.
Those clouds are full of green paint, and when it pours, it will turn all of my nice white washing green, said the royal washman. In other words, nobody knew what the clouds were.
Fourth page, guys.
They soon found out because the clouds began to snow big, puffy green balls. Everyone started at the sky and watched as the powder green puff balls floated down fast and fast. As they landed on, they exploded with a little piff. Out came a fine green powdery dust that different way away. A bird sneezed. Ahoo! It was a huge sneeze. It was so powerful that the bird shot backwards straight into a hole in a tree where it stuck. Everywhere birds began to sneeze. They were flying, they were rocking backwards and high speed. Whoosh! They were sitting on a branch. They spun round and round until at last they fell off. Clump, clump, whoosh, ahoo! A dog sneezed so hard it ended up in a tree. Ahoo! Achoo! A cow sneezed and every bit of milk came shooting out of its under like water from a water pistol. A horse sneezed and performed a high-speed cartwheel backwards. Then the people started to sneeze. Achoo! One man sneezed his boots off. Achoo! Another came shooting out of his pyjamas. trousers, and he had to run home very quickly before any clouds
Could see.
could see. Achoo! A woman shot into the air like a rocket with a dress. Soon everyone was taking off into the air. Every time they sneezed, they went shooting up all over the city as if they were a giant invisible
Pogo sticks.
Actually, we had all called Martin, jumped very
Jumping fever.
Fever, said the astronaut when must leap into the lake and hide at the bottom. Then we'll be all right. But was
we
shouldered down, the
Gentle pointed
out. What we need to
do is
attack the enemies. No, inside the royal washman. We must make sure we are all wearing white, clean underwear. That will sort everything out. In other words, nobody knew what to do. Then we're two small children, a brother and sister, called Hall and Blue Bella, who knew at once what the green puffy balls were. Sneezle, said Hall. The sneezle, he's right, said Bella. Achoo, bong, achoo, bong, achoo, bong. Things are getting worse by the hour. The sneezles were becoming more and more powerful. Achoo! It was choose. People began weighing themselves down with anything heavy. They tried themselves to wardrobes with rope. Achoo! They lashed themselves to grandfather clock with string.
They glued themselves to garden sheds. If they didn't, they would they would find themselves stuck on top of a tall building or lodged up a tree. Achoo, achoo. The king declared a national emergency. He and his ministers started wearing gigantic iron boots. What's more, all the king's horses and all the king's men had to wear giant iron boots so they couldn't go anywhere because their boots were too heavy, but at least when they sneezed, they only moved a little bit. There must be a cure for the sneezles, declared the king. We must build a rocket, fly to Mars and drink a glass of water upside down, said the royal astronomer. That's the cure for hiccups, said the general. What we must do is take prisoners, but you can't capture sneezles. The royal washman pointed out. What you must do is boil everything in a wash tub and hang them on the line to dry. In was nobody knew what the cure was. Nobody, that is, expected Hall. He had noticed something very interesting. When those puffballs came down, some of them land on that bonfire. That they don't go piff. They go sizzle splob, and that's the end of them. I think we must use fire to burn away all the puffballs. The royal astronomer said, "Ridiculous child, how can we get up those clouds? Ridiculous child." The general said, "Stupid boy, you can't burn clouds, stupid boy." The royal washman didn't say anything. He had just sneezed so hard he'd fallen into the washtub, and it was on the rub-a-dub cycle. "A tissue!" Then clever Bella spoke up. "We must get a big hook. We tie it to a long rope. We put the hook in a cannon and fire it into the air. Boom! It hooks onto the cloud. We pull the cloud down and put it on the bonfire. She's right," said Hal, and everyone stared at the children hard. The royal astronomer was going to say something unkind, but he sneezed, and although he was wearing giant iron boots, he hadn't done up the laces properly. He went whizzing up in the air and didn't stop until he landed on Mars. "Oh dear," murmured the king. "We'd better do as Bella says." Achoo! So they did, and it worked. One by one they pulled the clouds out of the sky and burnt them up, and that was the end of the sneezles. Then they set about rescuing all their friends and neighbours who had ended up in trees or on roofs or steeples, except, of course, there were some people that they didn't bother with because they didn't like them very much. "Help! Hey, don't leave me here!" Moo! No. Hal and Bella became heroes, and a statue was made of them. So if you ever find yourself in a city with a statue to a clever young brother and sister, you'll know you're in the city that once got the sneezles.
If you look up, you can still see some of the people who went rescues. Most of them have got really long beards now because it all happened a very, very long time ago.
Character cards. The king rules the kingdom, weak but fair, a good listener. The general in charge of the army, a bully, thinks he can order everyone around. The royal washman, in charge of the king's washing, hard working. Can you think about washing? How? Bella's brother, clever and sensible young boy, has very good ideas. Bella, Hal's sister, clever and sensible young girl, can solve problems. The royal astronomer, a mad scientist, thinks everything comes from outer space.
That's the end of this book. Go subscribe to my brother Ryan Dean's channel. Ryan Dean Baccarini's channel, and give this video a thumbs up and go and subscribe. Peace.